What's up, good people? I go by the name D to the LCH, and I'm your host for Let's Talk Podcast _GH. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the notification bell, so when we drop any content, as usual, you'll be the first to watch. So today, on today's episode, we're going to talk about music and the media and the music. You know, so send a name bro from the because I have Okasamu. So that's it. I have with me here one of the big men in the industry, and as usual, we talk about the music, we talk about Ghana. You know, we push the whole agenda is to push Ghana music, Ghana culture, everything Ghana. You know, so let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll introduce my guest. Be coming. We welcome back to Let's Talk Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Let's Talk Podcast _GH. Boss, you're welcome.
Hey, man, it's nice to be here.
Nice to meet you too. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Today, our guest is Mr.
Buckwild. Yes. Well, my name is Ken Francis, aka Buckwild.
Okay. Ken Francis, aka Buckwild, right?
Yes.
Okay, so most people have heard of you, right? They've heard of the sound, they've heard of your voice and stuff, but they probably haven't seen you in person. You get it?
No.
Good. So today we are so proud to have you on our show, right? So first of all, I will let you introduce yourself to the people.
Okay.
Who you are and what you do.
Okay, I'm gonna do a reintroduction there. Okay. My name is Ken Francis. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I live out here in Ghana now. I'm known as Buckwild. The reason I'm known as Buckwild because I used to have a show back in the States with Snoop Dogg.
Wow.
Yeah, it was called the Buckwild Show.
Oh.
Yeah, so what I did was I came to Ghana, got on the radio, and so now I have the Buckwild radio show right here on 107.9 YFM.
Okay, so you're on YFM, right?
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Why is that good?
It's good, you know. YFM is a big station, you know. One of the big station, in Ghana and Africa, you know. So it's very good. You're working with YFM, and you know they are. I think they are one of the stations that are into English and stuff, you know.
Yes.
Yes. So definitely, it's very good.
And they're more into the youth.
Yes, of course.
Yes, and that's my thing. It's my thing. So when I came out here, I came out here before. So let me break it down. Okay. First of all, my grandfather's from here. So I have Ghanaian roots. Oh, I'm not just some guy that just came over here and it's like, I want to live here. No. I've been coming here for quite some time, back and forth when I was younger. My father brought me out here, and but back in those days, it was a whole lot different.
Wow.
So I recently came back in 2020 or 2019. I came to visit. I saw that Ghana was wide open as far as entertainment. Sure. Then I came again, and I did the whole Black Star thing with Chance the Rapper.
Oh yeah.
Everybody. Yes. Wow. I was working with a company called Afrozones.
Okay. And
so we do this thing where we do the Dirty December in Nigeria, a Flight Time Festival.
Wow.
So we bring a lot of artists over there. Okay. So then when I came back to Ghana to visit my family, I started seeing that they was doing things, but I was like, yo, how come they always bringing all these Nigerian artists? And I realized there's a lot of Ghanaian artists right here.
A whole lot of them, big superstars.
A whole lot, big superstars. And I actually saw Stonebwoy in LA. We did a pre-Grammy party back in 2023. And Stonebwoy was out there. Wow. So I was talking to him, and I was like, yo, I been in Ghana. He said, you been in Ghana? I was like, yeah. He said, oh, man. He's like, a lot of people don't really, know about Ghana.
Yeah, sure.
You should tell them. So I recently came back last year, and I made it my home. And I've been here for a year now. And, man, I love it here. So.
Wow. So officially, I would say Akwaba.
Akwaba, okay. Okay. Now, do they actually say Akwaba? That's just a polite way of saying it.
Yes, so in Ghana, when we say Akwaba, you respond, Yemo.
Yemo?
Yes, means, okay, thank you, kind of.
Okay. I thought there was another way of saying thank you, too. Medasi. Yeah, yes. You see, come on, I know some things now. Medasi.
Yes.
Don't be giving me the old proper, the way you would talk to white people, man. Talk to how we talk to each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's just flow,
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
So there you have it. Today, our guest for today's show is Mr. Franklin. I'm going to call you Franklin.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's Franklin?
I'm missing your name. Of
You're messing it up already, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, just Buckwild. Yeah, my name is Ken Francis.
Oh, Francis, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
But just call me Buckwild.
Okay.
That's okay. We can put this in the blooper reel.
Okay then. All right. So let's hit on today's business, right?
Yes.
Since you are big in the industry and you know a lot about how this whole industry thing works, right? I want us to talk about Ghana music and the media. You work with YFM and you know a lot, right?
Yes.
So I really want us to talk about Ghana music and the media.
I think the media needs to do more for Ghana musicians.
Well, so let's take it from this side. What is the musicians not doing right when it comes with the media?
Well, it's not about what they're not doing right.
Okay.
It's just that they don't have access to it. I don't think that the media out here goes out and look for artists. They just sit back and wait. Everybody out here just sit back and wait for stuff to happen. You know, like for instance, when I got my show, I made it my purpose to go out and look for artists. It was just funny. I was just talking to a gentleman that was right here.
Yeah, sure.
And I just go online and all the social media and I look for up and coming artists.
You scout them.
I scout the artists, I scout the bloggers, I scout anybody that's doing something in the entertainment field.
Wow.
And I hit them up and I invite them to my show. Because I too want to know what's the reason why this thing isn't happening.
It's not working.
And what's going on.
Sure. Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I think that it works both ways because, you know, first of all, let's get to the basics of it.
Yeah, sure.
When people make a song, right, they just put it out and then they think that's it. I'm going to blow up overnight because I got my song out. I got it distributed. It's on the DSP. And you can see it on TikTok. And well, no, you got to do marketing.
Okay.
You got to promote it.
Sure.
So the way you market and promote it is you got to get on talk to some of these radio stations.
Okay.
You know, ask them, you know, do you have a program where I can get in there? Do you have something for new artists, you know? And sadly or not, there isn't really anything unless you pay for it.
Sure, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand there's some artists out there, they don't have money like that. So that's why I do this thing called Slam It or Jam It.
Okay.
Slam It or Jam It is I take artists who are brand new and they have music, they don't pay anything. I'll call them up there, I'll play their song, and I'll put it against another artist's song. And I tell the audience to call in and vote. Either you want to slam it or you want to jam it.
Wow. That's very nice, you know.
Yeah, and that way it gives new artists an opportunity to have their music played on the radio.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it gives them that taste of they can, you know, go, hey, mama, I'm on the radio. You know, 'cause everybody gets excited when they hear their song on the radio.
Sure. Very sure.
But also along those lines, it's not just radio we have to worry about. You know, it's also there's so many different events that they have, different shows and different concerts. You have to realize you have to do a lot of stuff for free. Remember that, guys. Just because you got a record out and it's on these platforms and stuff, you also got to promote it. And a lot of promotion is free. You're doing stuff for free. And the reason why you're doing it for free because you're trying to gain an audience. You're trying to get people to hear your music or to see you. You know, a lot of people automatically think, oh, because I got it out, I need to be paid.
Yep. You know, in our local dialect, we have this saying that before you can go and fetch a cleaner water, you have to walk through that muddy part of it, you know.
Yes.
Before you can get a clean water. So definitely you have to work for free before you can cash out.
I like it. We got a saying too. It's called you got to crawl before you walk.
Of course. Now, let's talk about this. Comparing the OG, because you're an OG, right? Good. So comparing that old ways of promoting.
Damn, man, how old you keep putting a lot of stress on that OG. Slow down, man.
The issue is
I like to consider myself a super G.
Well then, super G, I got you.
Okay.
So comparing that of when Snoop Dogg's, you know, they were promoting them songs and stuff like that, looking at how this era, this generation, how we promote our songs, compare that. Which one do you think is good?
I think the old way was a little bit different than what it is today, because the old way, they actually went out there and was in the crowd with the people. They would go to a club and they would actually just perform or just have the DJ play their song and different things. Nowadays, it's like everything is online. So they feel like, oh, I could pay $20 to get with this person online to promote my stuff. But it's not really organic. It's not really real. You know, you're not face to face with the people.
Yes, of course.
You just online. So I think the old way is better, in my opinion, because I'm from that way of doing things, where you're actually meeting and greeting people and you're shaking hands and they get to see you and see your personality. When you're doing everything just online, they don't get to see your personality. They don't get to know you as a person. You're just a figure online, and they only know from what they see online. Okay. So a lot of people, when they see me in person, they be like, "Oh man, I didn't know you were so cool.
You know,
I didn't know you were so funny." Because I can't show you that online. You know, you only have but so much time to do something. Everything is a 30-second clip or a 10-second, 15-second clip. So they're always better. But of course, we've progressed of doing things where it's easier. I would say that much. But still, you have to go out there and hit the streets. You know, back in the days, they would go on these, they would do these tours. They were called promotional tours. When no one was getting paid. They would take the money out their own pocket. They would get in a car or whatever and go across the country or the different places to perform for free. But there's value in that. The people nowadays, the young folks, they don't see the value in that. They like, hey man, I need to get paid right off the bat. I got a song and I need to be paid. So y'all got to come out that mindset. Because, okay, you get paid that one time, but you still at home.
Wow.
And you done got you $5. When instead you can go out there and touch hundreds of people.
Yes, of course. Sure. So does it mean these days the artists don't really know how to go with their promotion and stuff? Like looking at how the old ways they used to go out and perform for people like without taking money. But this time around, every artist want to cash out anytime he be on stage. Right. So does it mean this current artists or this generational artists don't really know much about sacrificial works when it comes to music?
No, they don't. And they don't know, but it's not their fault. They don't know because they only following what they see from other people online. Okay. But what they got to realize, everything online is not real.
Sure.
As you know, you might see him with the jewelry. First of all, that's costume jewelry. It's fake jewelry. You see him with the cars. That's rented.
Yes, of course.
You know, see him in the house. That's not their house.
Yeah, down to stuff you wear.
The clothes that they wear, they might have a friend that loaned them the clothes. Yeah, sure. It's so many different things that when they see it online, they believe, oh, that's what I got to do.
Oh man.
And not realize, no, you have to crawl before you walk. So go out there. Go to, if you're in high school, get your friends in high school. You know, perform for them. Perform at a little birthday party. Okay. Perform. The whole thing about it is just you just want to get the people excited about you, the person. Yeah.
Okay. So you know, most artists, I mean, like we're still talking about artists, right? So most current artists, they think comparing the old people, the old artists, right? Most of them couldn't get money.
The old artists?
Yeah. Like when it comes to Ghana.
Well, it wasn't that they couldn't get money. It just wasn't set up like that. Like the way it is now. It's easier to get money once you've passed a certain threshold and you've made it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
But those old artists have fans that have ridden with them their whole career. There's some fans that just grow up with them. And you know, you see some old artists, now they can come back and get money because they have these things. Like for instance, they had the R&B and brunch. All that about is those old R&B artists that they bringing out, and they paying them now because those songs are hitting today. You know, people like those songs. They'll go back and play those songs.
Banging, you know.
It's still banging.
Yeah, man.
And you have a whole new audience because of TikTok and social media. They make these little small clips. For instance, Bobby Valentino came out here. Do you know who Bobby Valentino is? Yep. And the only reason why he came out here because his stuff was trending on TikTok. Oh. They had some clip where he does the song. They took a clip and people made some videos from it. So now he's back hot again.
He's bouncing back.
Now he's bouncing back. So he could able to come to places like this, like to Ghana and Nigeria and Kenya, and where it's a whole new audience.
Okay. So with the traditional media, just like YFM and those big radio stations, these artists have some perception that after going to a show, maybe after coming on your show, and we talk about my music, we talk about everything about my career, and I give you my music to play. Let's say we've been we are on contract that play the song for like a month, but you being the DJ, you take the money, you take the song, you play it because I'm around, you play it, but immediately I step down, song have to stop playing.
Well, see, and that's where you're messing up at. What you need to do is you need to have some kind of system where they show you proof of them playing the song. So I'm glad you brought that up because
that's what the artists are complaining about.
Exactly, and I happen to go through the same exact thing. We was just having a conversation with my friend earlier today. So what happens is, you're right. People would take your money and they'll play the song in front of you, and then after that they won't play it again because they're not expecting you to check up on them.
Exactly.
So what you do with that is you tell them, hey, I'll give you X amount now, but every week send me a video of you playing my song in the club with a crowd.
That's very nice.
And then I will send you Momo.
Yes, sure. I'll send you Momo.
Send me Momo.
Yes, you come on. You're gonna come
so
to
I will
that,
say. So that's the program that I have. That
sure.
I'm starting out here because you're right. People are shiesty. That's the word we use. And people will try to get over on you when they don't realize the benefit of you just doing what you say you would do. You would get more. They'd rather get you for 100 CDs and miss the bigger picture, the bigger money in the end. And that's the mentality, though. But we got to get out of that mentality. And we got to call those people out. Let them know, because too many people just let it slide and be like, oh well. Nah, it's not all well. Hey, this DJ, I gave him some money and he did such and such and he never played my song.
And you will talk. Trust me. These DJs, they have friends, right?
Yes.
They have like a cartel, like DJ groups and stuff like that. So immediately, let's say I give you are a big DJ, I give you my money to play my songs, and you be like, yo, I'm not gonna play this song. Maybe you have your own reasons, you know, not playing the song. And let's say I try to voice it out. You have friends, you have people around you, have DJ friends.
Right.
So you are definitely going to communicate to those friends you have. And it means the artist is not going to be played. The artist song is not going to be played on any of the radio stations.
Well, first of all, you just can't give them any old thing now. It's still got to be good music. The product still has to be good.
Yes,
don't forget that, yo. Just because you made a song and you pay a DJ, that don't mean that the song is actually good. Okay? Just because your mama told you it was good, it don't mean that everybody else think it's good.
That's true.
So let's get that straight out the way.
Very, very.
Give good product. Okay? So you have a song and everybody that heard it said it's good. Okay, now you're on to something, right? Again, like I said, if a DJ, you go to him and he goes, hey, I'm not going to play it, I don't really like it, that's fine. It's more than one DJ. Don't argue with him. Just be like, okay, cool. Okay. Let's go on to the next DJ. Somebody will play it that likes your music. Definitely. And then once they feel like, oh, you're going to pay me as well. And like I said, you put them on a system, a weekly pay system. Hey, look, every week, send me the video of you playing my song, and then I will send you the money.
That's good. That's very good,
Yeah, because there's got to be some checks and balances.
Yeah,
you can't just
you can just take my money and
and you have to be smart enough to not just give somebody your money and think that they're going to do something.
Yes, of course.
Especially when they know that you can't check it. Unless you go to the club every week where they at, and you're like,
my song is playing.
You're right.
I got you. Now, let's talk about this. Ghana and Nigeria, right? In Africa, we are the biggest.
The two biggest.
Yes, sure. So comparing Ghana and Nigeria, still with the media, what is Nigerian doing right that is really making their songs go far?
Nigeria
when it comes to promotion and stuff.
Nigeria is supporting their artists. That's what's making it right. They support their own. First of all, it's hard to compare Ghana to Nigeria because Ghana is what, about 30, 40 million? I might be stretching it. It might not even that many.
Yeah.
When Nigeria is 250 million.
Big.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you can't compare it because of the numbers. But what they do, and I have noticed, is that they support their own.
Okay.
So if there's if they had to pick between a Ghana artist and a Nigeria artist, guess what Nigeria is going to do? they're gonna play that Nigerian artist.
Okay.
Ghana, it's a little bit different. If they have to pick between a Ghana artist and a Nigerian artist, they'll sometimes play that Nigerian artist over the Ghana artist.
Why? What is it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
but a lot of it also has to do back what we were saying earlier about money.
Okay.
You know, a Nigerian artist, they usually have a little budget. You know what I'm saying? I have a little, once they get over here, they have a little something. And it's just the aura of, oh, they're a Nigerian artist that's in Ghana, so I gotta play this so I could be up on the latest thing.
Okay.
Not realizing though, we got some Ghana artists that got some fire music.
So does it mean they have big investors comparing to Ghana?
It's not even about big investors. It's just the perception that the Ghanaian artists. See, a lot of the Ghanaian media, it's like they hold up the Nigerian artists like this. In the meantime, though, they're looking down at the Ghana artists that's right there in their face.
Wow. That's true.
So that was one of the things that made me want to get into radio. You know, I believe in this whole hashtag, play Ghana. You know, because it's like, if we build up our own, we could be just as big.
Of course, definitely.
You know, and it benefits us. It helps us, but it's just the mentality out here where it's like the whole crabs in the barrel. Like, we don't want to see our own get big.
Progression.
We don't want to see our own progress, and we got to stop
bad.
that.
Very,
That's why we have
bad.
to build coalitions like me with you and all the different people that's in media and artists. We got to come together and stick together and unite.
Push one agenda.
Push one agenda, and the agenda should be play Ghana. Period.
Hashtag play Ghana. That's
you heard it
very
from me.
nice.
That's right, Buckwild. I said it.
That's nice. All right. So what genre do you really like?
What genre do I really
Yeah.
like? I mean, so when you ask someone like me that what genre I like music. So it doesn't have to be any specific genre. I grew up in the church. My father's from Trinidad, so I grew up on soca and calypso and reggae. And but I was born in Brooklyn, back in the golden era of hip hop and R&B. So I love it all.
Okay.
You know, it all, jazz. You know, it all resonates with me. You know, a lot of people don't realize that when you grow up in the church, a lot of the music started off as gospel.
Yes, of course, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Very, very true.
A lot of your favorite singers
Very true.
were gospel singers, so to speak,
Yeah.
because they started off
Sure.
singing in the church.
Sure.
Even some of the people who are musicians that play the instruments, they started off playing in the church choir. So yeah,
That's nice.
I like it all. I can't stand no rock and roll though. All that, you know. I mean, there's some I like. I even like, you know what is it with Ghana and country music?
Let me tell you something. You know, most people don't really love, but my favorite genre is country music. Trust me.
Oh wow! See
and
that?
I love Alan Jackson. That man is super serious.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love him. Like, love him. He's very good when it comes to country music and stuff like that. So now let's talk about Ghana. Do you have a dancehall artist here?
Oh, I love dancehall. Do I have a dancehall?
Now, do we have a dancehall artist here? I mean, a dancehall musician.
What would you consider Stoneboy?
Okay. So.
No, I'm asking you.
Okay.
Is he what is his music considered?
Okay.
Someone let me know. No, for real.
Yeah, for real. He's a dancehall artist though.
It's like reggae dancehall.
Yeah, reggae dancehall.
Yeah.
Okay, so between Stoneboy and Shatta Wale, whom do you think is really popping when it comes to dancehall?
Well, you know, Shatta just did the whole thing in Jamaica with Vibes Cartel, so he just gained 1,000 points for that. You know what I mean? But they're two giants in the same field, and you could like them both. I don't understand this. You gotta like one or the other. It's like they both do the same thing. They do it their own way, and they both have great songs. You know, I've never met Shatta. I've met Stoneboy.
Okay.
You know, Stoneboy is a good guy. I met him. I've been to a couple of his shows, and he always put on a great performance.
Sure.
He has this BIM concert that he does. And speaking of that, he also puts on a lot of Ghana artists that's up and coming that opens up for his shows. So instead of, you know, the whole Shatta Wale Stoneboy thing, it just really it just perplexes me. Like, they're so mad at each other when they can be two of the giants that brings everybody
Exactly that.
together.
Exactly.
And if they join forces, man, they would be so powerful.
I think for the sake of for the sake of hype and for the sake of the business, it's like the devil and God. They can never be the same. They can never be brothers, definitely, because everybody have their own way of pulling the fans and all that, and I think that makes it very beautiful. Look at Tupac and Biggie.
Right. See, and they were friends at first. Like Tupac
sure.
said, Biggie slept on Tupac's couch.
Sure.
Yeah, they were great friends. But what happens is once you start making money, money always gets in the way of things for some reason. And then like your true feelings come out. Like, because if you're a cool person, you'll be a cool person with money.
Of course.
But it's not even you. It's the people that surround you.
Wow.
That do things, that make things happen. And so I truly believe it was because of Suge, that whole thing with Tupac and people speaking in his ear, about different things. So it's just like you gotta be your own person.
Yeah.
You can't let other people, dictate how you're supposed to think or what you're supposed to do. And it should always be about uniting. Coming together for the greater cause.
Definitely.
And the greater cause is play Ghana.
Play Ghana.
If we stuck, if meaning media, the artists, the record labels out here, if everybody just stuck to that mantra, play Ghana, not don't play Nigeria, don't play nobody else.
But Ghana should dominate.
But Ghana should dominate. Play Ghana first.
Okay.
You could play everybody else. Because we want to hear. We love the variety, but also make sure you include us.
Very, very important. Very, very important. I'm loving the conversation, and let's talk about you being an artist too, right?
Okay.
As we were talking, you said something about Momo, and I've heard the song Momo.
Yes.
Tell us something about that song.
Okay, so listen, let me tell you, this is the story.
Yeah.
I'm a accidental artist, right?
What do you mean by that?
Because I just do it like as a hobby, just to be friends. So once I got the radio thing, I made up this jingle, Send Me Momo, and I wanted to present it to MTN or whoever as a jingle. Because I'm when I on radio, I'm thinking, how can I bring in dollars for commercials and different things like that. So I made up the song Send Me Momo, and I actually made it up because I was mad at this young lady. She owed me some money, and every time I see her, she kept saying, "Oh, I don't have no cash on me. I don't have cash on me."
Okay.
So I said, "Well, send me Momo then. Shit, you stop playing. You ain't gotta have cash.
Stop playing with me.
Stop playing with me. Send me my money."
Yeah, man. I got you.
And so that's how I just turned it into a song.
Whoa, that's nice.
Yeah. So I would go around. So I would say that to people. I'd be like, "Send me Momo. Send me Momo. Run my money."
Okay. That's
send
nice.
my money. And so
man.
it just turned into a song, and this has gotten a life of its own. I looked up, and organically, I put it up on Spotify and everything. When I first put it up, I probably had like 60 or 70 streams.
Wow.
I recently looked at it, and now it's like at 7,000 something streams.
Oh my God. For real?
Just like organic, because I've been doing shows. I don't get paid for none of these shows. But I know the value of getting in front of people and performing it, because they got to hear it. So one of my friends, Kobe Sean, shout out to Kobe Sean. He's a great dancehall artist.
Oh.
He's up and coming.
He's in Ghana, right?
He's here in Ghana.
Wow.
And they had the DC Carnival in Dancement.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And they had about 4,000, 5,000 people out there.
Oh.
He invited me on. I came out there and I did the song.
You killed it, right?
Send Me Momo.
Oh, right.
I didn't realize they was gonna go that crazy. After I got off stage, they kept singing it. Send me Momo.
Okay.
Send me. So then they brought me back out on stage.
Oh.
To do the song.
Oh.
And of course, I gave out some money.
Yeah, definitely. Like in Ghana, we have that vibe. Send me Momo,
Right.
Yeah, everybody's requesting for Momo, so
everybody's
definitely vibe with it.
Yeah, and it makes sense because everybody deals with Momo, and everybody wants to get Momo.
Okay. So where can we get the song?
You can get it on, it's on Spotify, it's on Audio Mac, it's on Apple. The artist is Buckwild Ken, and it's Send Me Mo, M-O.
Okay, Send Me Mo.
Yeah, because if you put Momo, it won't, for some reason, it
For
won't
real,
come
it
up.
wouldn't.
Because it's actually, it is Momo, but you have to break it Mo.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So that young guy, that young boy coming up, who has this ambition of becoming somebody like you, right? What do you tell that person?
I tell that person to do your homework as far as your research on how you can get anything on YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube. Go on YouTube, and then you have to have a passion for it. You can't be doing it just thinking, "Oh, I'm going to make money." I didn't come into this thinking I want to make money.
Yeah.
Of course, we all need money, you know. But I have a passion for music. I have a passion for talking to people, you know.
Yeah, sure.
So if you have a passion for it, go and intern. So I don't know if they have internships out here. Okay, so an internship is where you go and work for free.
Yeah, you get it lane.
But you gain the language. I mean, gain the knowledge.
Knowledge from it.
So if you can go and work at a radio station, if you can go and work at a record label,
You know he's